What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another toy room review, and today we're taking a look at the Divoom Ditoo Bluetooth speaker. Now, I know you're looking at this right now and probably wondering, how in the world is this a Bluetooth speaker? Well, we'll get to that in a second, but I do want to go over the case that it comes in, and I do want to send a huge shout out to Divoom for sending this out for me to review. I've been following this product for a while, and I've actually been really interested in picking one of these up, but never went ahead and bit the bullet on it, and so I was very excited when they offered to send this out for me to review. Before we actually get into the speaker, let's take a look at the packaging that the speaker comes in. So as you can see right here, it comes in this really nice carrying case right here. It has a nice open window that fully displays the speaker while it's housed inside of there. Now, this is just made out of a plastic, but it is really nice and will keep the speaker nice and protected. And as you can see, you have the little hinge right there. So, and it has a little handle on top, so you can literally just take it on the go as you please. So you can see this little button right here. It's not really a button, it just looks like one, but you actually just press that in, and then it goes ahead, opens up, and houses the speaker in there. Now, along with the speaker, you also get a USB-C cable, the instruction manual, and a bunch of these little fun stickers, which are really nice that these are all included. So you can use it to personalize the case if you wanted to. You wanted to put it on the case, or you can actually put it on the speaker if that's something you wanted to do. Let's go ahead and get this packaging out of the way. The first thing that you will notice is that this looks like no other Bluetooth speaker that you have ever seen before, and you're absolutely right. This honestly looks like an old school PC, like an old computer monitor right here with the keyboard, and it's not just for show, it's all functional. So this is an actual working screen, and this right here is an actual mechanical working keyboard, which we'll get to and take a closer look at in a second. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit on this so we can get a little bit of a better look. So let's go ahead and take a look right here on the side. Starting on the side right here, you can see a micro SD slot, an on and off switch, and a USB-C charging port. So obviously the USB-C and on and off are self-explanatory. Now the micro SD is so that you can actually just load music on here straight from a micro SD card, and you don't actually need any Bluetooth device connected. So that is really cool. Let's go ahead and power this up and just take a look at some of the features that this really awesome Bluetooth speaker has. Alright, so you can see right there immediately, this is a working pixelated screen and a backlit mechanical keyboard, and it's fully functional. So when I say it's actually mechanical, just take a listen as we just change the angle right here, and listen to the mechanical clicks that you get on this keyboard. So as you guys saw and heard, that is a working, fully functional mechanical keyboard built into your Bluetooth speaker. Now that controls a bunch of different functions, from volume up and volume down over here to left and right for like skipping tracks and navigating through menus, and then the actual menu button and the brightness button, which also changes the display of what is on your screen right here. And then you also have this little lever right here, which is kind of like the select button. So when you're navigating through the menus, when you want to select something, you just kind of pull down on it, and every time I pull down on it, I do feel like in the casino just pulling a slot machine. It's a really satisfying feeling. So let's go ahead and get a nice look at the screen right here as we zoom in. So it is a very nice and very bright screen, and it looks incredible. Obviously it functions as a clock, but it does so much more than that. You can have a whole bunch of different artwork and pixel artwork and just pixel graphics and videos. As you can see right here, what is displayed on the screen for you is just awesome, and you can do so many different things. So you have like this option right here, and you can just have it completely off, or you can just have the clock right here. Now I am noticing on camera it is looking a little washed out, but in person all the colors are very nice and very bright and vibrant. Let me just try cutting the lights real quick. So you can see a little bit better. It still looks much brighter and much more vibrant in person. Just the camera's not doing a good job of picking up the colors as they look right here to the human eye. So just to cycle through some of the other features, or like screen options you have right here built into the device, because you can unlock more, which we'll get to in a little later. So you can see this one right here. It's just kind of like a solid orange. It does look very washed out on camera, I am noticing, but it's just like a very deep, rich orange, just all individual pixels right here on the screen. And then you can see like hot and 3, 2, 1. What is happening? Fire. Okay, so that was like a little blast off animation, little cool parachuting, looks like a duck or something like that. Now you have a penguin sliding through ice. So just a bunch of little fun animations that you can get on this Bluetooth speaker to set your mood. Now I've done a lot of talking about this Bluetooth speaker and haven't actually showed off its Bluetooth capabilities. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Let's zoom out, and then I'll go ahead and play a little bit of music and give you guys my thoughts on opinion on the actual speaker aspect on this Bluetooth speaker. As you guys saw right there, or as you guys heard, this thing actually sounds pretty good. So I was actually surprised when I got it. It has a built-in subwoofer right here on the back. So this little speaker actually packs a decent amount of punch. Now it's not anything that's going to blow you away. It's definitely not the best speaker that I've ever heard or the best speaker on the market. But it's definitely far from bad. Like, it sounds pretty decent. And again, for something so small to pack that much of a punch on the bass end, it's just really, really impressive. If it was just a standalone speaker by itself, it really wouldn't be that interesting. But because it has so many other features, honestly, the Bluetooth feature is kind of like the last thing that you even think about with this. So let's just go ahead and navigate through the menu real quick. So you can see, as I just press the menu button right here, it brings me up to the menu. And we'll go ahead and do a little zooming in right here. And it does time out if you don't do anything. So you can see you do actually have some built-in games. So let's just go ahead and select that real quick. So some of the games that are on here are like Tetris. What else do we have? It looks like another version of Tetris. Now my biggest complaint with this thing is that the menu, let's go back. It's just a little hard to make out some of these things. Like, I can clearly make out that that is games, and then that is painting, but like, I have no idea what that looks like without actually looking at the instruction manual. That's clearly an alarm clock. And we'll go again, that's clearly music. But just like even going into the games, we'll select there. Like, I know that that's Tetris, and I guess this is like another version of Tetris. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, and we'll plug my charging cable in because it got disconnected. But we'll go back to the menu again. And okay, so that's a good demonstration right there. And unplanned, I'm actually getting a phone call right now from like a spam number, so I'm actually not going to answer that. But there you go. So you can see you do get notifications from phone calls, text messages, and also like social media like Twitter and Instagram and whatnot. You do get those notifications on here while you're connected via Bluetooth. But let's go ahead, go back here, and we'll go back into the games. And then, as I was saying, so like this is Tetris, but I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be or what that is supposed to be. Again, no names or anything. It would have been nice to see names instead of pixel art, because it's just really hard to tell with these images like what exactly this is. Now you would think that this round right here is another version of Tetris, but it's actually like a pixelated version of Flappy Bird. So it's just really hard to tell with some of these graphics what is what. But I'll go ahead and demonstrate really quickly how it works. So you do have the way that these are set up. It's kind of like WASD right here. So that is how you play. So let's just go ahead and get into a game. So it's very simple. Obviously everybody knows how to play Snake, and clearly I don't. It didn't really seem to register my button press there. So let's try that again, and we'll start. So that was weird that it didn't kind of like register my button press, because I haven't really had that issue before. But as you can see now, it seems to be working pretty well, and I can honestly just sit here and play Snake forever. But just think about that. This is a Bluetooth speaker that I am sitting here playing games on. Now, there are basic games and there's nothing really that interesting about them, and there's clearly other better ways to play these types of games, but we're talking about playing a game on a Bluetooth speaker. Like, that is just so crazy to me. And honestly, I can just sit here playing Snake all day long. So I'm going to actually back out of here so that I don't make this whole video about me playing Snake. So let's just go ahead, press the menu button, and go back to the menu as we can see right here. So you can actually do some painting and whatnot. And then you also, I forget what this even is. Then you can set like alarms and whatnot. And then you can have music, whether that's via Bluetooth or just directly with the micro SD built into it. Now, as far as just the features and everything that you get on the actual Bluetooth speaker, that is it for this side of things. But once you connect your phone and download the app, yeah, there's way more that you can do. So let's go ahead and do that. We're just going to load up the app right here. And then once you do that, you can see right off the bat, you get a whole bunch of different user-made options that you can put on display on your speaker. And once you click it, it automatically just syncs up. Now, I will say that some of them do look better than others. Like, some of them look pretty decent when you look at them on your phone, but then once you actually like click onto it to translate it onto the speaker, it doesn't work out so well. And I'll just look up a few examples of what I am talking about. So we'll go to like Avatar. I was searching for Avatar. And let's see if I can find one that was kind of blurry. That's not one of them. Okay, so this is a good example here. So you can see it looks pretty decent on the phone and pretty clear, but you know, on the speaker itself, it looks just a bit blurry. It doesn't look as clear as it does on the phone here. Let's see if I can find a really good example, because there was a few that you couldn't even tell like what was happening. See, the thing is, the camera's doing a decent job of like picking that out of what it's supposed to look like, but in person it does look pretty blurry. Like that by itself, without having this actual phone next to it, it's kind of hard to tell like what actually it is. And you can see some of the pixels just acting a little weird right there. So again, some of them just work out better than others, but they still work out pretty well. It's just pretty cool that you can just go in here and just select something. This is actually a really good example. So here's what it looks like on the phone. And then here's what it looks like on the speaker. It's just very hard to tell what the heck this even is. And as we zoom in just to even get a better image, like you can't really tell what is happening on the screen. It just looks very distorted. So again, some of them work better than others, but it's still really cool to just have this vast library of options right here of stuff that you can select and just go seamlessly, just change it at the click of a finger, I guess, not really the click of a button, but there's just so many options that you can pick from, and it's just very, very cool. Look, you got Aang water bending and doing all the elements here. It's just so awesome. And again, this is a Bluetooth speaker that we're talking about. So there is a bunch of other different options that you can do. If you wanted to actually draw something, you could. So if I just do that, you can see that whatever I do comes out onto the speaker. So that is really cool. So you can make your own custom messages with custom colors, and we'll just select something else so you can see right there. Yeah, it's just really, really awesome, and it has a lot of personality and customization, so you can really make it your own, and just whatever mood you're feeling, whatever you're in the mood for, you could just select it and it's right there, and it's just really, really awesome. This is a great little desk accessory. And it has way more options than that. Like, there's so much you can do with the app, from design to animation to games to pixel coloring, planners, alarm, even mixer. We can do like, you can basically just create beats and then translate it here onto the speaker. Like I said, there's just a vast variety of different options that you unlock once you actually connect it to the app, which just really makes this, in my opinion, just really timeless, and you know, you would never get bored of it. There's just so much you can do and so much different customizations depending on your mood, depending what you want to translate, and it's just really cool to just have something on your desk that has this really cool lighting effect. Again, you have the pixels lit up, you have the backlit keyboard, which you can turn on and off if you want to save a little bit of battery, and you can play music out of this. Like, at the end of the day, this is a Bluetooth speaker, but it's so much more than that. You have the built-in screen, you have the mechanical keyboard that you can play games with. It's all fully functional. You get that nice satisfying click, And this is honestly just one of the coolest devices that I have ever seen in my life. It comes in a bunch of different colors, and the value for this is actually really good. So you're looking at about on Amazon right now, somewhere in the range of like $90 to $100. And there are coupons on Amazon right now as well, where you can get like $10 or even 10% off. So the value for this is not bad. It's a decent sounding speaker with a ton of extra features. If you have a game room or like a PC gaming setup, or just want something cool to display, something unique, I definitely recommend picking this up. It is just really, really awesome. And you guys, if you saw my room tour with all the hundreds of toys and action figures and LED lighting and all these devices that I have in my room, when people have walked into the room recently, this is the first thing they point out. You know, it looks so unique, so different from anything else, even while it's turned off, which we will press the button right now if I can find it. So even while it's turned off, it's still like an eye catcher, especially this one because it's in this like nice little teal or like sky blue color with this like nice cream border and everything. It does come in more subtle colors like all black or whatever, but it just really stands out. Everyone immediately runs over to this and wants to know what exactly it is because it just looks so cool and so unique. And then of course once I fire it up for them and they see the lights go on, they hear the bass that comes off of this from the welcome message, and they see the pixels and everything start going, everyone just gets really, really interested in this. And you can have it in a bunch of different setups. If you just want to use it just as a standard clock, which I actually may end up using, I just don't know how it's going to work over time, having it plugged in and having the screen on constantly. I don't know if that's going to burn in the screen. That is something I'm a little worried about, but not just because of this product. I'd just be worried with any product leaving the screen on and leaving it on 24/7. So, but if you just wanted to use it as a clock or as a Bluetooth speaker or just like as an aesthetic display piece, I mean, you really cannot go wrong with this. It is such a awesome, unique looking device, and I highly recommend picking it up. I'll leave links down below where you can purchase it if you like. And again, a huge shout out to Divoom for sending this D2 Bluetooth speaker slash pixel art gaming art display. I don't even know what you would call this. This all-in-one Bluetooth speaker is just a really, really cool, really unique device, and there's really not anything else like it on the market. The closest comparison that I can find to this speaker is the JBL Pulse 3 that I have. And while this does have LEDs and does all these lighting effects, they're not really all that customizable. You can do a bunch of different patterns, but you can't get custom messages and custom artwork on there. It's really just a light show more than anything else. Now the JBL Pulse 3 is a much better sound quality speaker. However, the Divoom D2 just has so much more capabilities and functions, and it's just way more unique in my opinion. So if you're looking for sound quality, I would recommend the JBL Pulse 3, but if you want all the extra bonus features, the Divoom is the way to go. And in my opinion, the Divoom is the more eye-catching of the two and is going to draw more attention when placed side by side in a room together. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also, be sure to check out my room tour that I did. It is really, really awesome, and I put a lot of time into making this room. And if you haven't checked it out, I really do appreciate it if you do go ahead and check that video out. That should be popping up on the screen for you to click on in any second. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.